Hello, everyone. My name is Ali, and I am the Customer Success Manager based in EON Reality Singapore. Welcome to the deep dive product demo of EON Reality. Today, we will explore how our solutions can transform learning, training, and performance. We will walk through key features such as AI integrations and the various use cases that our platform supports to enhance user experience. Now, without further ado, allow me to share my screen. Now, our approach is based on the three pillars: learn, train, and perform. It's a complete educational paradigm. Users can explore interactive 3D environments and gain knowledge with AI guided exploration in their learning stage. And moving on, in the training stage, users can practice both hard and soft skills in realistic and risk free simulations. Now, finally, users can perform by applying what they have learned in the real world with augmented reality guidance. This combination offers a holistic learning and performance solutions, ensuring a seamless transition from theory to practical implementation. Now, let's look from our desktop side. Our application is very versatile. It is accessible on desktop, mobile devices, and also head-mounted displays. Now, when it comes to our desktop version, our platform support these three stages of learning: learn, train, and perform. With interactive 3D environments and AI assistance, users can experience step-by-step guidance from simulated scenarios. And whether it's creating courses or engaging in role-play activities, our platform is equipped to handle a variety of educational needs. Now, when it comes to EON AI, we have two major components: EON AI Ready and also EON Train AI. So let's look at EON AI Ready first. Our AI Ready feature simplifies the process of building new courses. Users can create courses from existing textbooks or other materials, and the platform will automatically structure content, making it easy to set up training modules that are both comprehensive and engaging. Now, this is the key values of the lessons, demonstrating engagement and assessment. The learning journey starts with a lecture, followed by engagement, where learners interact with the content, and this leads to assessment to evaluate understanding, and then practice in the AI skills simulator. Finally, we provide detailed session feedback for continuous improvement. Now, I'll be demonstrating in real time how to use EON AI Ready to create experiences. I'll walk you through each step, showing how quickly you can build immersive content using our platform. So let's get started. Now, this is our EON-XR desktop site. Okay, at the top right-hand corner of the screen, we have a create option. And in this create option, let's go into course catalog. Now, as I mentioned earlier on, we have two components. One is AI Ready, and then we have Train AI. And for this part of the demo, we are going to focus on AI Ready. And within AI Ready, we have a couple of options here. So let's look at single express option. Now, in a single express option, you don't need to use detailed descriptions to build your experiences. In fact, you can just put a couple of keywords and enhance the prompt. So let's try this out. For example, I'm going to key in human health sciences. Now, at this stage, I can select create and continue with the experience creation, or I can use this option to enhance my description. And by selecting this option, the AI is going to enhance my description here. I can choose my skills type or leave the application to decide for me. I can change the language of the experience to different language, such as French, German, Hindi, Malay, Tamil, and etc. And I can leave it as a single lesson, or I can select this option and create 5 experiences with increasing difficulty. Okay, so as you can see how quickly I was able to input a couple of words, enhance the prompt, and when I push the create icon, our application is going to give me an overview of the title and description of the specific experiences. So there we go. The course title is here, the language, Once again, at this stage, I can confirm the language to be in English or any other languages. I can choose whether do I want it to be a light lesson or a complete lesson. Well, the vast difference would be in a light lesson, what we'll be looking at knowledge portals consisting of narratives, images, and also video references, as opposed to a complete lesson. You will be looking at multiple assets within a single lesson, and there will be also AI generated assessments for users to perform. So for today's demo, I'll keep it to complete lesson. Here you get the title, skills type. Well, the application has determined that this specific subject will be more towards a hard skills type, and that makes sense, isn't it, for the topic of human health sciences? And here you get description. And as the content creator, I have the options to make changes or amendments to the title and description. However, I'm satisfied with this. I can choose to keep all these 5 experiences, or I can perhaps remove one of them if it's not my requirement, and I can push the continue button. Now, at this stage is where the magic is going to happen. EON AI is going to start fetching all the relevant knowledge portals that are required for the individual 4 lessons. And in this history page, I'll be able to monitor the progress of the experience creation. And this process has never taken usually more than 3 minutes. Time to time, I can just select this refresh icon to monitor the progress. So that is how you can quickly use a couple of prompts and create a lesson using the express creation option, right? So you don't need to have a detailed description. You can always use the enhanced description icon to enhance your lesson, your experience description here. Now allow me to, well, there we go. One experience is ready here. Introduction to human health sciences. Okay, status is completed. I can go into the experience page. Now, before I launch the experience, let's take a look at the experience landing page. Now, in this experience landing page here, you have an overview of the experience objective and also an AI report. Now, let's take a look at this AI report. This AI report is going to provide you an overview on what are all the knowledge portals that are added to this specific lesson. All right, so you can see it talks about genetic disorders, anatomy, and introduction to human health, and etc. And all these knowledge portals, as you can see, they were all generated by the AI assistant. And for a learner or end user, I can select the start experience and I can begin my learning journey. However, it's a good information to take note that as content creators, we might have our preferences to the experiences. And although AI has done a fantastic job by generating these experiences, in any case, you feel that you would like to add some additional custom contents, or you would like to make changes to the existing information, as lesson creators, you have the option to edit the experience. All right. So, however, now I'm going to select start experience and go into this experience now in end user mode. And in end user mode, I don't have to do anything. All right. I'm going to let the machine to do the heavy lifting, and avatar is going to appear in front of my screen and start teaching me about human anatomy. Okay, so you can see it takes me to more of like a library or classroom environment. So this is completely AI generated, giving students the immersiveness of learning virtually in a metaverse builder environment. And the AI assistant is going to start narrating the lesson to me. As you can see, various knowledge portals are here: anatomy, physiology, pathology, and etc. And every knowledge portal comes with various types of information. I'll take a pause here. So you can see the AI assistant doesn't only generate all the relevant knowledge portals that I need to know about pathology or public health and etc. But there we go. All right. So the AI assistant doesn't only generate all these knowledge portals for me, but it is able to narrate to me like a virtual trainer. So this is what your learners will be experiencing from the contents which I've created. At any point of time, before I move on to the next part of the lesson, I can hit the microphone icon and I can ask my AI assistant any question. All right. But however, allow me to select continue and move on to the next part. So as you can see, when it comes to the topic of introduction to human health sciences, it is able to capture the key subtopics such as genetics and also the knowledge portals related to genetics, such as chromosomes, mutations, inheritance, and etc. And once again, every knowledge portal comes with learning materials such as video, image, and also narrative references for users. Okay, once again, I'll take a pause here because you know how it works. The AI assistant is going to start narrating the entire lesson to me. And at any point of time, all right, I can always end the instructor mode here, right? So by ending the instructor mode, what I can do is it will automatically take me to the next part. And here it talks more about the specific topic. There we go. Now, the contents which are generated, it doesn't just limit to only what I'm able to watch and listen, but at any point of time, as a student, if I have any questions, I can always ask my AI assistant here. So let's just say I have a question on biostatistics. Hey, tell me more about biostatistics. Now, at this stage, the AI assistant is getting me the right answer, and there we go. It's going to start explaining to me about biostatistics for this matter. So you can see the AI assistant doesn't just only provide you an answer, but it is also able to connect the dots by referring you to the right knowledge portals so that you just don't rely on the text-based prompt here, but you will be able to also refer back to the right knowledge portals. Now, that is for the learning stage whereby learners will be able to go through all the knowledge portals. How about to ensure knowledge transfer? All right, so this is where we have the training stage in this AI generated assessment. So we've got a few type of assessments that we have that our AI will be generating for us, such as multiple choice quizzes, Jeopardy type of assessments, and etc. So let's take a look at the very first assessment here. So this is a Socratic dialogue that you have with your AI avatar. All right, so it's just loading in the EON portal here. Okay, so you can see that was a question that was asked by the avatar to me on what is DNA and what is its primary function in living organisms. All right, so let's just say I'm a student and I'm not so sure of this topic. No problem. You can still give your best answer, and the avatar will be able to provide its feedback to you in real time. So let's try it out. Well, I'm not really an expert when it comes to the topic of DNA, but let me try. Hmm, well, DNA's primary function is to, facilitate the blood flow in a human body. Okay, so that was just a random answer that came across my mind. Well, let's see what its answer is going to be. Okay, there you go. So, I got the wrong answer, but the avatar doesn't just tell me whether I got it right or wrong, but it's providing me an explanation further to my answer. Now, I can always participate in the next follow-up question. I guess genes are made of cells and oxygen. I can also type out my response here. Instead of using the speech to text, I can also use the keyboard option to type my answer. And I submit. And now the AI assistant is going to once again provide me a response here. Okay, there we go. All right, so we know how the Socratic dialogue works between you and your AI assistant here. Well, I can end this part of the assessment, and whenever I am done experiencing this specific experience, all right, I can go to the top left hand corner of the screen and end this activity. All right, so I come out from the lesson. Now at the back end, as an educator, all right, you can refresh the page, and once a learner has completed a particular experience, the content creators will be able to monitor the performance of the specific user from the statistics option here. So in this statistics option here, you can see at this time, this date, this person who is me, I've attempted this lesson and I've spent 7 minutes and 23 seconds. And I've only performed one activity and the amount of time I've spent in this specific activity, and my status is incomplete, right? So this way, it allows you to track the performance of your learners' participation in the experiences. Okay, now, earlier on, I shown you we have created 5 experiences, and how do we locate them? All of us will have our personalized workspace here, and in our workspace, you will be able to look at all the experiences we have created. So one of it was Introduction to Human Health Sciences, and the rest were on disease and prevention, mental health and well-being, and etc. And all these experiences are the same as how you have seen earlier on. Learner goes into the lesson, they will be able to study the knowledge portals and also participate in the AI generated assessment. Now, let's go back to create course catalog and the single express option. Now, in this single express option here, earlier on, what I've shown you is to input a specific prompt, and based on the prompt, the AI is able to enhance the description and create the experiences for me. But are we limited to only inputting text-based prompt? Well, no. You can also input an image of a specific subject, and the AI will be able to generate a course based on the specific image. So let's try it out now. So you can see this option here to attach an image. Now, I have some images here. One is a Boeing engine, one talks about it's an anatomy, one is a fusion reactor. Okay, fusion reactor is something that I have never seen in my life before. So I'll be curious to find out on what's a fusion reactor, right? So this is an image. Now I can just bring on this image into the single express option here. And what the AI is going to do is going to scan the image, identify what is it, and well, we got it bullseye. It's a fusion reactor interior, and it gives you a description here. You can choose the skill type. Perhaps I'll stick to hard skills. Choose the language output. Well, for this, I don't have to necessarily select 5 experiences with increasing difficulty. Perhaps 1 experience is fine for my learners, and I can select create. So you can see now, without even going through the trouble of typing in a specific prompt for my experience, all I did was to bring on a specific image of a fusion reactor for this matter, and I was able to generate an experience. So this is where we give you the option for express creation with either using a text prompt or an image-based prompt. All right, so I can refresh this page, and as you know, it doesn't take more than a minute or 2 to complete an experience for you. Now, that was a walkthrough on how you can use the single express creation to create your lesson. Now, let's go back to our slides here. Moving on. Creating courses from textbook. Now, here we highlight one of EON's most powerful feature, Train AI, which enables the creation of courses directly from textbooks. With this tool, educators can seamlessly convert traditional learning materials into interactive AI-guided experiences. Now, I'll be demonstrating how the EON AI extracts key concepts from a textbook and auto-generates a course catalog. This automation saves time and ensures a consistent learning experience, making it easy for instructors to develop rich content without extensive technical knowledge. Now, With that, I'll take you back to EON-XR portal here. So there we go. You have this option called multiple creation. All right. So this is our train AI part in which I'll be able to import any documents. Now let's just say, I mean, we all in our institutions may have documents like this. This is a 55 pages long document that talks about engine mechanical problems. Lots and lots of information here that's going to we may have already been using in our curriculum. Now, what I can do is I can easily select this specific document, the 55 pages document which you just saw on engine mechanical problems, select it as a training document and start upload. Now, what's the difference between selecting or unselecting training document? Well, basically, in my experience afterwards, users, any questions when they ask for the avatar, it's going to provide responses that are based directly from the document. So this is where we have the ability to avoid AI hallucination, because I have selected this specific document to be the training document for my experience. Now, when my users are in the lesson, any answers provided by the avatar are all validated by subject matter experts. Okay, there we go. Now, course title, Modern Automotive Technology Engine Mechanical Problems. And here, yes, in the document, I have 5 major topics. Talks about engine mechanical problems, evaluating engine mechanical problems, valve train problems, and etc. Application has identified these to be hard skills and description. Easier. Now, one question that might be running at the back of our minds now. Well, great. My document is in English. I have imported and it has identified the key topics and also the description. But at this stage, is it possible for me to generate these experiences into a different language? Absolutely, you can do that. All right. At the top right hand here, you have the option. All right. Despite the language of my data set being in English, I can choose my results to be, let's just say, in French, German, Arabic, etc. All right. So you just let, once again, the machine to do the heavy lifting for you. You don't have to translate the document before importing, but rather after importing it, you can let the machine to do the rest of the works for you. Now, without further ado, I'm going to select continue and I'm going to start generating my experiences here. So this is how, all right, I can easily use a specific document. In this case was a PDF document, 55 pages long, that talks about engine mechanical problems, and I'm able to import it. All right. So now you can see the AI is not just going to limit its ability to ask you to put a text prompt or an image prompt, but it's also able to scan through information such as documents in PDF format or CSV file, and it will be able to curate lessons as per your validated documents and data sets here. Okay, so now I'm going to refresh the page here. Right, so you can see from the queuing stage to the progress of the lesson creation. All right, it's pretty fast. It's not taking more than 3 minutes. In fact, minus my interim explanations, this process has never taken more than 3 minutes when it comes to experience creation. So let me refresh it one more time. There we go. All right, one experience is ready. Engine mechanical problems. Well, this is the main title, and I can select go to experience. And once again, it will take me to the experience landing page. And in this experience landing page, I'll be able to see an overview of the report. So here you have the lesson objective and an AI report, which gives you an overview on what are all the knowledge portals added to this lesson. So the lesson consists of image, videos, and also text references. But here you see there's another feature here which says training document is engine mechanical problems. Now, similarly, as I shown you earlier on, you can edit the experience if you would like to make some changes. Or for end users, we can just select start experience and go into the lesson now itself. So the AI assistant is going to appear right in front of my screen and start talking to me about this specific lesson on engine mechanical problems. He will run through the knowledge portals and all the references. As you can see, I'm in another AI generated immersive environment. Couple of options here to switch from indoor to an outdoor environment, and all the knowledge portals that talks about basic engine mechanical problems that starts from a spark plug, valve damage, bearing failure, and etc. Okay, so we know how this part works. The AI assistant is going to start narrating the entire lesson to me. Okay, so I'm just going to skip to the next part. So now, here all right, the AI assistant has generated here one hero image that consists of knowledge portals that talks about oil pump malfunction, such as engine wear, warning signs, and etc. And it has also given me a 3D model here that talks more on the piston, cylinder, and etc. And another hero image here that focuses on other key aspects of the topic, such as chain, tensioner, engine timing, etc. Now, all the knowledge portals comes with various image, video, and text references. Now, let's take a minute and look at the AI generated assessment. Earlier on, you have seen how the Socratic dialogue assessment works. Now, let's take a look at multiple choice quizzes. So you can see the AI assistant is indicating that this specific multiple choice quiz is related to the knowledge portals that are associated with this asset. And that is why it is giving me a chance to go through all the knowledge portals before I attempt the quiz. Well, that is due because when I am in attempting the quiz, I won't be able to refer to the knowledge portals. And there's a timer of 30 seconds. So I'm going to push start now. And here's the question. Okay, there we go. This is the question, and the answer, I can select one of the answers here. Okay, I got it right in the third attempt. We've smoke from exhaust. Now I can select another multiple choice quiz. So this time around, you can see that this quiz is related to this part of the knowledge portals that talks about timing chain issues. Now here's the question. Okay, well, I got it right in my first attempt itself. Okay, so that's an example on how multiple choice quizzes are generated by the AI assistant. Now, before I wrap up on this part of the lesson, because we have seen, the knowledge portals and also the AI generated assessment, what I wanted to show you is the main essence of the train AI, because I have used a specific document to create this experience. I can go into this EON AI portal here and ask my AI assistant any question. And at this point of time, the AI assistant would only provide me responses that are related to the specific document. So let's just say I ask a question about, hey, tell me what causes an engine to break down. So this point of time, the AI assistant is looking for the answer in the document. Engine breakdown. Okay, I'll skip to the end of this question and answer. So you can see the AI assistant, all right? I just asked one specific question. Hey, tell me what causes an engine to break down. It has given me total of 7 answers here. And all these answers are not from open sources, but rather directly from the specific document. Because if you see here, it talks about training data, engine mechanical problems, PDF. Okay, so number 1, it avoids AI hallucination, and information are all in context to the document which I have imported. And the AI avatar doesn't just pour out all the answers in one go, but rather it gives me a breakdown. First 2 points, heat gasket failure, timing chain issues. And then third and fourth point, piston wear, and so on and so forth. And while the AI assistant was explaining the answer to me, it was also relating the answer back to the knowledge portals. Once again, making it easier for users to understand on the knowledge portals and how it relates back to the question which I had. Now, let's put this to test. Because I have reassure you that these answers are directly from the document and it's not from any open sources. To prove you, I'm going to ask an irrelevant question, a question that is not related to the topic, and let's see what the avatar is going to answer me. Hey, can you tell me the basic principles of the architecture design in building a shopping mall? Okay, this is an irrelevant question, as you know, all right? It's not related to engine mechanical problems. And that's the answer I'm getting. There we go, all right? So with that, you're able to see how the AI assistant is able to keep the answers in context to the specific data set which you have trained it from. Okay, now I'm going to exit this lesson, and we have understood how you can import a specific document and it's able to generate courses for you. Now, let me go back to course catalog. Apart from this multiple creation, we have another option called train AI. Now, train AI, all right, it's just as similar to the multiple creation mode. However, the major difference is that earlier on, when I import a specific document, it scanned through the entire set of subjects and asked me whether do I want to create experiences out of all the topics. But that's not always the case, isn't it? Sometimes we may have a document like this, which are 55 pages long. However, we may only want a specific subject from this document to be curated into an immersive experience. So this is the way to go. So I can upload the same document and allow the AI assistant, all right, to look into the document. As you can see, all right, it says that I'm here to help you create your own course material. Okay, so for an effective result document, it has to be at least 10 pages long. Now, what the AI is doing is that it is looking through all the specifications of the document, identifying the topics, just as how you had seen earlier on. But this time around, it's going to ask me which specific subject I'm looking at. There we go. So based on the document, here are potential courses. Number one, diagnosis and repair, compression testing, and timing issues and whatnot. Now, for example, I select the second option, compression testing and analysis. Now, because I have selected a specific topic, the AI assistant, all right, is asking me whether do I want to restart, or I can select option number 3 and generate experience. So you can see with this feature of train AI, I'm able to funnel down the experience creation process. So instead of letting the AI to understand the whole document and giving me a lump of experiences 5 or 10 depending on the weightage of the document, but I can first let the AI to look through the subjects and ask me which is the specific subject I'd like to create my experience from. And based on that, the AI will be able to now curate an experience that is specifically related to what I have, to my preference here. Okay, there we go. So now this time around, instead of 5 or 20 experiences at one go, it's just one specific lesson that is on compression testing and analysis. Okay, now let's go back to create course catalog. Okay, once again. Now, one more feature which I would like to show you is, which is very interesting, is what we call the guided creation. Now, in a guided creation option here, okay, let's just say I'm a content creator and I don't have any materials with me. I have no documents, no data sets, but can I still use the AI to create experiences? Yes, you can. All right. Well, earlier on, I've shown you how you can do that using Single Express. Single Express, you can either put a text prompt or you can put an image and it will be able to curate experiences for you. But what's the difference between Single Express, text-based, text to XR versus guided creation? Well, in guided creation, the AI assistant would like to understand on the context which you are creating these experiences from. All right. In Single Express, yes, you can put a text prompt and it's able to generate experiences. However, here in this guided creation, the AI is asking you, I'm here to help you design engaging lessons and courses tailored to your interests. But let's get started on creating something together. And I can begin with one of the options here. I can either mention the country that I'm coming from, or a specific occupation that I am looking at. All right. Okay. Let me start with country. Because I'm from Singapore, I'm going to put Singapore here. So now what will happen is that the AI is going to look at the high demand, jobs in market in Singapore, based in Singapore, and provide me a list of choice that I can select from. And from there on, I'll be able to select the specific course. So let's just say, okay, here we go. Now, great choice. Here's an analysis of the job market in Singapore, focusing on the most demand occupation, data analyst, cyber security, and etc. Well, it's true. These are some of the most in demand occupations in Singapore. So now if I'm going to select, for example, software developer, okay, I can suggest more, but I'll just keep to one of the suggested option here, which is software developer. Now, based on my preference here, the AI assistant is going to suggest the type of experiences that it can generate for me. So there will be hard skill, a combination of hard skills and also soft skills. But as opposed to the single express, what we are going to see here is experiences on software developer, but related to Singapore context. So you can see here. You have selected software developer in Singapore. Here are some tailored courses to enhance both hard and soft skills. Hard skills, advanced Java programming, cloud computing, mobile app development. And you also get soft skills, agile project management, cross-cultural creative problem solving. And if I am pleased with this description, title and description, I can select option number 3 and generate these courses. Now, I can hear you through my screen that all of you are now probably curious on what soft skills does. Not to worry, in a very short while, we are going to also show you how you can create trained soft skills experiences for our learners and how it exactly works in a role play scenario. Okay, so there we go. All right, based on guided AI creation process, I just had to put a couple of keywords here: software developer based in Singapore context, and all these experiences which the AI is going to generate for me, it will be based in Singapore's context. All right, so I have 3 hard skills and also 3 soft skills. We have agile project management, cross-cultural communication, and etc. And I can select continue. And at the back end, the AI assistant is going to start generating all these experiences for me. And I can go into the history page to view and monitor the progress of this experience creation. And like I mentioned earlier on, this process doesn't take more than 3 or 5 minutes. So all you got to do is just maybe go and grab a cup of coffee, and when you're back, in no time, the experience will be generated. So this is where in the AI ready guided creation will help you to tailor the experiences to ensure that it matches the relevancy of your locality, all right, versus open sources based. It could be based, I could go to Single Express and say I want to learn about software developer. The contents could be perhaps US related contents while I'm in Asia. And that is why, all right, with this guided creation, I'll be able to funnel down my the choice of the experiences based on the relevancy of my locality here. Now, there we go. One experience is ready. Advanced Java programming. I can go to the experience page. But this time around, I'm not going to start the experience because we have seen enough demonstration on how end results look like. But here, in the overview, you can see lesson objective is here. You get an AI report, and this AI report gives you an overview on all the knowledge portals and information that are generated based on the specific topic which I've created. Now, that is for the guided AI express creation. And also, we have also seen how the trained AI works, whereby the application will be giving you the option to choose from the specific title which you have selected from the data set. Now, let's go back to our slides here. Okay, moving on. Let's look at soft skills. So soft skills is a learn, train, assess model. Now, training isn't just about technical skills, isn't it? It is equally important to focus on soft skills as well. With our soft skills training module, users can engage in role play activities, receive instant feedback, and improve our interpersonal abilities. This feature empowers the workforce by addressing communication, teamwork, and problem-solving skills. Now, I'm going to show you exactly how learners can engage in role-play scenarios, practice communication skills, and receive instant feedback, all within the EON platform. Now, allow me to take you back to our application here. I'll go into create, but this time around, instead of creating hard skills courses, all right, we are going to create soft skills lesson. Now, let me show you. Instead of having a document that is talking about engineering, how about a document that talks about, let's just say, human anatomy? Okay, so I got a piece of document here that gives me course title and description about human anatomy. It talks about structure and function, respiratory systems, and etc. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into multiple creation. Okay, pick this document, import it, use as a training document, and start upload. Now, as we all know, how the magic works is going to scan through the document, identify the topic and description, and ask me for my confirmation. But at this stage, instead of skill start, I'm going to select soft skills, change all of them into soft skills, and then I can select continue. Now, what will happen is once I've selected continue, it's going to generate all the experiences for me, but this time round is going to generate experiences that are soft skills related. So like I mentioned earlier on, it's a learn, train, assess model. So there'll be first a learning stage whereby the avatar is going to start narrating the lesson to me. And then we go into the training part. Training part is where, all right, we are going to have a role play with the opponent. So you get to do a virtual sparring with an opponent. And then you get assessed in real time. You'll be provided with feedback on how you have performed based on the evaluation of your role play. So allow me to refresh and see, okay, so all the experiences are in progress, and that's good news because I believe in the next 1 minute, okay, there we go. One experience is ready, introduction to human anatomy. Let's go into the experience page here. Now, because this is a soft skills experience, it's going to be slightly different from what you have been seeing all along. So here you can see there's an indication that this is a soft skills experience, and I'm going to start experience. It's going to launch in the plugin, and once the lesson is up, you're going to see the avatar teaching me about this specific subject. So here you can see, based on the topic, the AI assistant is going to start teaching me about organ systems, muscular system, and etc. Everything that I need to know about human anatomy. Okay, so we know how it works. The AI assistant is going to continue teaching me about all the topics here that I need to know about human anatomy. Okay, so before I continue, all right, if I have any question, this is the time where I can clarify with my AI assistant. And whenever I'm ready, I can continue and I move on to the training part. So the training part is where the AI is going to start designing the scenario for your role play, all right, because we know this is a soft skills, all right. So what is this about? Doctor explains organ functions to a curious artist, biologist teacher anatomy basics to tech-savvy engineer, or medical student discusses skeletal structure with a yoga instructor. How about this? We can even put a custom topic here. So let's just say I'm going to put doctor explaining organ functions to a patient who is critically ill, and I go next. So you can see this is a custom scenario here which I put, a doctor providing an explanation to a specific patient. Now, what the AI is going to do is going to start designing the roles here. So who am I? Am I the doctor? Am I the patient? And of course, in most cases, because we are the service providers and we want to be the doctor here and let the opponent to be the patient. Now, I have selected my scenario. I know the topic. A patient is going to, come to me. A critically ill patient is probably going to ask me about, human anatomy related subject. And as a doctor, I'm going to start providing an answer. So if we are in the fact in the medical faculty, all right, and we are training doctors and nurses, this is the way to go. All right. Now let's look at the overview of the role play. In this role play, the doctor explains organ functions to critically ill patient Angela, who is both optimistic and in denial about her condition. I am the doctor, and I'll be guiding her through the complexity of her illness, answering her questions about her organ functions while maintaining her spirits. Now, my opponent is a retired teacher. She engages curiously, often relating her illness to her teaching experience. Now, without further ado, I'm going to select start and go into the soft skills role play now. So Angela is going to appear right in front of me in my screen here. Okay, so now we know, all right, because the persona of Angela is that, all right, she is critically ill. So that's how she's appearing herself, a critically ill patient, all right, who is going to ask me about a specific patient, but I, as a doctor, need to keep her aligned. Angela, I hope you're doing well. So how about this? I'm here to discuss about your medical condition. So let's stay focused and talk about how your organs are failing.
World classroom projector. Fascinating stuff, isn't it?
So, because Angela is a teacher and she's making it challenging for me while I'm trying to speak to her about her medical condition. All right, given her experience as a teacher, she's keep diverting me back to her teaching industry, talking about projector, keeping her lungs related to projector, etc. But this is where, as a doctor, I need to keep my conversation professional with her, providing her the right set of advice. Well, Angela, I have sad news for you due to your extensive, alcohol consumption. Your lungs are all destroyed now, and I'm afraid that there is no way that we can, fix the problem. So you'll have to be in, constant medication until you're passing.
Dear, that's quite a plot twist.
Okay, so you can see this is the response I'm getting, and the role play goes on and on. All right, I can keep providing a response to Angela. All right, I have to try my best to be a patient doctor, but let me provide an unprofessional response now, because if I'm going to do a great job here, then the assessment part is going to be boring. So I'm going to provide a bit of an unprofessional response to Angela so that you can see how I'm being assessed by the AI assistant afterwards. Okay, Angela, I'm really tired of trying to speak to you about your medical condition. You are constantly diverting it into another topic, which is totally not, to my interest. So let me tell you what. Pack your medicines. You can get out from a hospital and look for another doctor to treat you. So that was very, very unprofessional. Okay, so with that, I'm going to submit my role play back to reality. My AI assistant is going to appear in front of my screen here. So first, it's going to give me an overview, a radial score on how well, or in my case, how bad I performed. All right, because initially I started off, trying to be, nice, patient, and understanding, but eventually I lost my cool. Well, these are things I can only do it virtually with an avatar. Okay, there we go. All right, so you get an overview score here. Okay, I did not exactly address any of the key part of I mean the point of a doctor is that I need to explain to her about her organs. But well, let's look at the summary. Here you get a gist of the role play. All right, but what matters most is the detailed report, because in this detailed report here, all right, the AI will be able to identify not only what you did wrong, but what could have done instead. There we go. All right. So as a doctor, I should be talking about the human organs to her, but yet because I lost my cool, all right, with the doctors, with my patient, I immediately, came off from the conversation. So this is how the role play works. You are not we are not limited to just the learning stage. We are not here to just learn about the various knowledge portals, but we will also be participating in the training part, and then we finally get assessed. Now this is based on just one specific scenario, and of course it depends on the type of document that you import. All right, the document which you import doesn't have to be about only about medical sciences. It could be even about finance. It could be about customer service, whichever that is more soft skills related. Now, with that, let me come out from this lesson, and we'll go back to our slides here. Okay, so that was an overview on how a soft skills experience can be generated based on a specific document which we upload. Now, let's look into our hard skills simulator. Now, our hard skills simulator takes training to another level. The process is simple. It's an I see, I do, I get assessed model. The AI guides users through complex tasks, providing visual demonstration, allowing them to practice virtually, and offering personalized assessment based on their performance. This iterative process ensures skill mastery. Next, I'm going to give you a live demo on how our hard skills simulator is. You'll see how users can watch a visual demonstration, try the task in a virtual environment, and receive personalized assessment, all in one seamless experience. So let's see how the I see, I do, I get assessed model works in action. So let me take you back to our platform here. We can go back to our EON-XR library. In our library, we have more than million over free 3D lessons. So let's just take one of these experience, for example, a lesson on four-stroke engine right here. Now, at this moment, while we are still focusing on desktop mode, I'm going to launch this lesson in my desktop site here. There we go. All right. So here I have a hard skill lesson that is refers about four-stroke engine here. Now let's directly go into the simulation part. Okay. Now, first part of it is to see what my teacher has done. So let me take you to this part. Okay. So you can see there are multiple activities here. Okay, so this is the seeing part. I have seen how my teacher is doing the simulation. Now, as a student, what I can do is I can now repeat the actual step of what my teacher have done with two options. It's either I listen to what my teacher is saying, but I need to perform the simulation, or I can always mute my teacher and I can do the simulation by myself without even guidance. So it can be simulation practice with guidance or without guidance. So let's see how it works. So that was with the guidance. I'm able to listen to my teacher, but alternatively, I can also mute my teacher. Now, you can see this stage the model is not being dissected by itself because I need to repeat the simulation. So my teacher said, first remove the spark plug and then first remove the crankshaft and then remove the spark plug and then I can remove the cylinder block. And then my teacher told me, all right, after troubleshooting an engine, what I can do is put back the cylinder block and then the crankshaft. But let's just say, all right, being a student who did not pay attention to the lesson, I have placed the spark plug elsewhere, and unnecessarily I'm placing my finger on another part of the model. All right, this is a exhaust valve, I'm putting it elsewhere. Okay, because these are things which I can only do it virtually, because in the real side, if I were to do any mistakes, that might cause a problem to a four-stroke engine. And when I'm done, I can select the stop button and submit my result. So right here, you will get a scoreboard on how we have performed. So you can see, because I have missed a lot of steps and I made a lot of mistakes, right? My score is 0. So that is how students will be able to perform hard skills simulator within the platform. So at the back end, educators can refresh the page, all right? And right below here, you have the statistics option where you will be able to monitor the performance of your learners. So here, you'll be able to view the record of their soft skills, the hard skills simulator. I've only spent 20 seconds, target time is 20 seconds, but I took more than that and it was 0% complete because I did not complete the hard skills simulation practice correctly, and there was a lot of mistakes in what I did. Okay, now with that, let's move on to the next part, is where the mobile version of our application comes into action. Right. So this is a way for me to also show you that our application is not just limited to a desktop site, but we also provide mobile experience for our learners. Now, are there any major difference between mobile and desktop version? Well, I would say yes and no, because there are differences, but well, not exactly major differences, because whatever that we have experienced in desktop site, they are all the same with mobile app. But what would be the major difference that we will experience from mobile app version is that you will be able to launch these experiences in augmented reality mode. So that is something that you will never be able to do it on desktop, because in order to launch experiences in augmented reality, you will require a camera with LiDAR sensor. Now, mobile platform brings the same learn, train, and perform model for users on the go. It's optimized for mobile devices such as smartphones, tablets, or even iPads, ensuring that users have access to the same interactive environment, simulation, and AR assisted guidance regardless of your location. Now, let's take a look at the AI assistant guided experience. This feature, all right, offers a unique approach to creating learning modules. It uses AI to suggest content and structure based on existing information, allowing for a creation process that significantly reduces the time needed to set up new courses or modules. Now, let's take a look at how it works. I'm going to screen mirror my iPad, and you will be able to see how I'm able to create this experience now using my mobile device. Okay, so with that, right now, what you're looking at is um, the screen mirror of my iPad, right? So I've logged into EON-XR application, and this is not desktop. Once again, this is my mobile app here, all right? So just to show you once again, this is my iPad, which I'm screen mirroring. Now, all of us can log in into our personal account, from the respective EON-XR app devices. Just go to your Google Play Store or App Store, and you'll be able to search for EON-XR, and you can download the application. Now, bottom right hand, I have the plus icon here, and I'm going to go into Metaverse Builder. So this is where I'm going to show you how you can create AI assisted guided experiences. So just allow me to refresh my application. Probably there was a timeout because it was locked in for some time now. Now just let me restart the application. Okay, there we go. Now I go to create a Metaverse Builder. So this is in augmented reality mode. Okay, now this is in real time, all right. So this is me at the back, all right. I'm in the office now, conducting this deep dive product demo session. Okay, so it's going to create guided experience. Now, the moment I've selected the option, I can choose my AI persona. Well, I have my default AI persona, which you can also customize from your profile settings. Or alternatively, what I can do is I can pick any other persona here, like maybe if I want someone to look like Albert Einstein or a persona that looks like a university professor, I can select accordingly. All right. But for today's demo, I'll just stick to my default persona here. Bringing my AI assistant right into my office space here. Okay, so like I mentioned earlier on, this is AI assisted guided experience. If I'm from the education industry, I can go into education, look at the subjects here. Or I can go into enterprise and look at other topics such as aerospace, healthcare, and etc. So let's just say I go into education. Let's pick health and human services. And we have a wide range of major topics such as dentistry, healthcare, etc. Let's look into allied health sciences. And allied health sciences, you have public health, patient care, communication, etc. Maybe anatomy and physiology. This looks interesting, and I go next. So now you can see I didn't put any prompt, no document, no image references, but this is just a guided experience. From here, I can pick any hero image. This hero image is going to work as a reference for my knowledge portals, and then I go next. Now, once I've chosen my hero image here, I can place it in my real life environment. And the AI assistant is going to start populating all the relevant knowledge portals right above this hero image. And this hero image is going to consist of various type of information. And not only that, it has immersed me into a 360 environment. So despite being in office, I'm in a different virtual environment here that is more hospital related for the topic on anatomy and physiology. Okay, I'll take a pause here. All right, so you can see the AI assistant, all right, has generated very quickly about the topics on cells, tissues, organs, systems, and etc. Every knowledge portal comes with various types of information that I need to learn about anatomy and physiology. Now, what I can do is I can select continue and add 3D models to my lesson here. Okay, you can select any of the suggested keyword here, or you can even put a custom keyword. Anatomy. Now, what the AI is going to do is going to go into EON-XR 3D assets library to look for the right 3D model. And I have the option to choose which 3D model I would like to have for my experience here. And for information, we have up to 9 million free 3D assets which you can benefit from for free. All right. And you can bring it on into your experience here. So let's just say this specific this model looks nice, anatomy. I go next. And what I can do is I can place this anatomy model into my environment here. I can enlarge it if I want to. Create the knowledge portals right above this 3D model. I'll take a pause here once again because we understand how the avatar is going to narrate the experience for me. Well, I can always continue to bring on another model, all right? Or I can end the part of the wizard here. All right. So you can see, firstly, okay, so you can see here I have a hero image that talks about anatomy and physiology. Right here, I have a 3D asset of a human anatomy model here, and here I have my AI assistant, who I can place him anywhere I want to the comfort of my eyes, and I can start talking to him. I can ask him any questions. Hey, tell me which is the most important organ in the human body. So the avatar will be able to provide me a response in real time. Okay, so there we go. All right. So this is how the AI will continue to provide me an answer. I can go to the options here. I have some assessments which I can also do. All right. These are all AI generated assessments. So that's how you can very quickly, all right, create an experience using the AI assisted guided experience. Now, I can save and exit the lesson. All right. Before saving the lesson, I can rename the title. Okay. I can put it in the right category, keep it public or private. We even have a marketplace. So if you think that this lesson consists of good information, you can sell it on a marketplace and monetize back for the experience you created. You can update the thumbnail of the lesson and save and exit. So that is how very easily, even without using any AI prompts, you'll be able to create an experience. Now, let's look at the next part of our slides here. All right. So we also have another option called Course Creator Pre-Built Experiences. Now, with our Course Creator feature, you can easily pre-build experiences tailored to your specific learning needs. And this tool allows you to set up engaging and interactive courses in advance, making it effortless to provide learners with ready-to-use modules. Now, let's take a look at how this works. I'm going to share my screen on my mobile application once again here. This time around, I'm going into Metaverse Builder right here. But instead of choosing Create Guided Experiences, I'm going to select Pre-Built Experience. So there we go. Course Creator Pre-Built Experience is the option at the extreme right. But before that, what I would like to show you is at the top right, you notice there's an option for you to switch to a different language. Okay, oops, sorry, I accidentally pushed the wrong button. There we go. Top right, you are able to, at this stage, I can change to different languages. I can change to French, or I can even change to Mandarin, Malay, and etc. But in the interest of today's demo, I'll keep it to English. Okay, but it's good to know information that you, even at this stage, with this feature, you will be able to switch to different language. Now, without further ado, let's go to Course Creator Pre-Built Experience. Once again, I choose my AI persona here. Well, maybe for a change, I'm going to pick college and TVET, a detail-oriented college teacher. Okay. So there we go. I can either select Course Navigator. Maybe I go into TVET, select Hard Skills, and from here, I can choose the specific subject that I'd like to learn about. Or alternatively, I can go to Custom Course, and right here, I can input a prompt of the topic that I would like to create. Okay, now, let's just say I go into Custom Course. Institute of Technical Education of Singapore, School of Engineering. Okay, so now I put a very custom prompt here, all right? I've mentioned a specific institution name based in Singapore, and I have also added the particular faculty I'm looking at, which is School of Engineering. So this is where my avatar is going to start looking for the relevant knowledge portals, which are related to the option which I have just keyed in, and it will start providing me all the knowledge portals. So that is how we give you the flexibility right, between this guided experience versus the AI, and then also the traditional 3D experience creation. Yeah. Okay, so this allow me to walk in the lesson. All right. So now that is for the cross-creator pre-built experiences. And next up, while we are still on a mobile version, what I want to show you is also soft skills. So earlier on, we had an experience on the soft skills using desktop version. But how about soft skills in mobile version? Is it possible? Yes, absolutely you can. Because you're not limited to just soft skills experiences using Train AI on the desktop. Our platform offers a range of custom topics options for you to select from. This flexibility will allow you to build scenarios tailored to specific learning objective, whether it's leadership development, conflict resolution, or customer service. And with this versatility, you can address virtually any soft skills training requirement. So let me take you back to my mobile screen once again. And this time round, I'm going back to Metaverse Builder, but we are not looking at hard skills anymore, soft skills, where we have the role play. And in this role play, I place my AI assistant here. There you go. You can see we have a wide range of subjects for you to select from. We have HR, business skills, psychology skills, and etc. Or you can even put a customize your own topic. You can even put a custom topic. But I will take perhaps something that's maybe HR related. Okay, and then you have you can choose the subtopic here. You have diversity and inclusion workshop. Oh well, something that's all of our favorite topic probably. Performance review role playing. Let's go to performance review role playing, and I go next. Now, in this part, all I got to do is just select a specific hero image that is relevant to the topic that I've selected and that I'm learning about. And as we mentioned earlier on, soft skills is a learn, train, assess model. Now, what the AI assistant is going to do is first going to start teaching me about role playing. And then once I have acquired all the necessary knowledge for performance review role playing, I can move on to the next part, which is the training and also the assessment. So now the avatar is going to teach me about preparation, conflict resolution, and etc. Okay, we know how this part works. It's going to narrate the entire lesson to me. When I'm done learning all the knowledge portals, I can go into continue. Once I've selected continue, all right, because now we did not use any train AI feature to create these soft skills, you need to create a scenario from scratch. What type of scenario? Employee who consistently exceeds expectations, seasoned employee, employee with years of experience, highly motivated, who's complacent and unmotivated. All right, so you can create a scenario here. I'll just stick to the very first option. Now, who am I? What's my role here? You can be the top performer and or be the underperformer. But how about this? Let's put a custom topic here. HR manager. And let my opponent to be the underperformer. Okay, and I go next. Now that I've selected the scenario and also the user role, I can choose the persona of my opponent. It could be Samantha, who is a creative and innovative thinker. However, she lacks focus and consistency in her work. It could be Laila, Ethan, or you can even put a custom opponent, role name, and personality. So I'll just stick to Samantha. Now that I've selected my specific opponent, I can choose how I want Samantha to look like. You got a wide range of avatar to choose from, but obviously it's Samantha, so choose a female-looking avatar. And then you get an overview of this specific role play, this role play HR manager, which is me. I'll provide feedback, set expectation, and help Samantha improve her focus and time. While Samantha, being the underperformer, she's creative but struggles with consistency. Now, let's get started. I will be immersed into an environment that is more suitable for, that is more, office-looking type of environment. And Samantha is right in front of me. Okay, so at this stage, I can, just like earlier on, all right, you've seen how I use the desktop side soft skills for the role play. Now I'm using the mobile app version. Okay, and I'm in a 360 environment, and we always give you two options, whether you want it to be indoor or outdoor. You can even outdoor setting, it looks quite cozy. Okay, but I can even turn off and just come back to my real space environment here. Now let me go back to a virtual environment, something which I like earlier on, which I was seeing, the office space. Okay, now here, what I can do is I can hit the microphone icon and provide my response. Hey Samantha, let's get started by reviewing your achievement for the year 2024. Tell me if you have met all the key performance indicators. Well, tell me, why did you get scattered away? Why couldn't you meet all KPI of the year? Well, Samantha, I'm not here to listen to your excuses. I'm giving you a last chance, but with this last chance comes with a 50% pay cut, and I'm putting you back on probation. You will have 6 months more to prove me if you are worth this job. Okay? Then you can leave now. Goodbye. Okay, so that's how the role play goes on. Okay, back to reality now. All right, this is my office space again, and my virtual trainer is here who's going to give me my scoreboard. Okay, I only scored 28%. I mean, that is pretty bad. Okay, but I did but well, I did a bit of a terrible job as a HR manager, isn't it? Okay, now I can go into summary. Okay, and here you get an overview of my report. But what matters most is the detailed report, because here the AI is telling you what I did right, what I did wrong, but what could I have done, what could I have said instead. Okay, so we know now that is how, now we all know that is how the application is able to also, the mobile application version is also able to provide you all the features, but it's not just on but we are not just looking at hard skills in augmented reality, but also soft skills can also be practiced anytime anywhere using a piece of mobile phone. Okay, now moving on to the next part. Just allow me to, so with that we've understood how does the soft skills works. Now moving on, we have hard skills simulator. So earlier on, you have also seen how hard skills works on desktop side. But once again, you are not just confined to a desktop experience. You can also perform these simulations in mobile mode, even in AR mode, making it more accessible and immersive, which means you can practice and access your skills in real world settings guided by virtual avatars right from your mobile device. So that is something that we are also going to see now. Okay, so earlier on, I had this lesson on four-stroke engine, isn't it? But this time round, instead of starting the experience in touch mode, which you saw earlier on, which was in desktop, okay, this was the desktop mode, right? Looks familiar to what we were looking at earlier on. But I'm going to place it in my real space environment in augmented reality. Okay, so just go into the surface, and there we go. So I've got my model here. We still have all the knowledge portals, annotations, and floating knowledge portals right here for you to learn about the specific topic. And let's go back into the assessment activity. Exactly the simulation which we did earlier on. Okay, now as a learner, I can go back to the same activity. I can repeat it either with guidance or I can do it without guidance. So my teacher said, first I got to remove this and then the cylinder block and then the spark plug. All right. And then the way to fix it back would be I need to put the cylinder block and then I got to put this crankshaft into the model and then I can put the spark plug. But knowing me, who's always capable of doing the wrong things, I'm going to put it somewhere which is nowhere it doesn't belong to. And not only that, all right, learners can also look at the animation of these models, etc. Now I'm going to submit, and there we go. All right. So even on mobile device, you'll be able to get an overview score of how you have performed in in real world with AR assisted guidance when it comes to hard skills simulation practice. Okay, now moving on from that, all right, what we have is also a feature called exploring the real world with AR assisted guidance. So with our platform, learning doesn't just stop at the simulator. Users can take what they have learned and apply it in real world scenarios using AR assisted guidance. And this spatially aware feature understands the environment and provides user with real-time assistance, making learning applicable and impactful. So this is a very, very interesting feature because something which can only be explored using your mobile device. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to use EON Spatial IQ feature to place a persistent anchor in my office space here and inject knowledge portals on real objects. There we go. Okay, so you have the explore mode here. I have an AI assistant. It gives you a welcome message to where you are. I can now start placing my persistent anchor. So all I got to do is just go around and allow the application to identify the altitude and longitude so that using its geolocation, you'll be able to set a proper anchor into my space here so that learners afterwards will know where they should come to look at the experience. Okay, persistent anchor was created, snap a picture for easier identification, and I select save. Now, this is where I can start annotating on real life objects. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to place some annotations on some objects which is around me. So let's just say I have this head mounted display. I can place my annotation here, snap a picture, and what we are going to do is using spatial IQ's intelligence, the AI will be able to ask me to pick references which are related to the image which I just captured, and it will start to generate the knowledge portals for me. So yes, it's very accurate. This is a Pico headset, and I go next. So the moment I select next, what will happen is the AI is going to start generating the knowledge portals right on these Pico headsets. There we go. All right. So you can see these knowledge portals are injected right into my Pico headset. It talks about the display, tracking, processor, and etc. I can always continue to add more annotations. Maybe I can add on these. I have got a Mistral fan right in front of me. And I'm going to pick an image reference. Yes, this is very okay. So we've got some image references here. A tower fan. Yeah, this is a tower fan. And then I can go next. And once I've selected next, the AI is going to start injecting knowledge portals right on this as well. We go. So it talks about remote control, speed settings, and etc. So that's how, using the explore feature, I can now inject knowledge portals right on these Pico headsets and also on these a tower fan as well. Okay, so I can continue to add more annotations, but I think you get the idea on how you can also use EON Spatial IQ to generate experiences for your learners in real space environment. Now, how a learner is going to launch this experience? Okay, all I got to do is save the lesson first, take a picture, all right, for my lesson thumbnail. I can keep it private or publicize it, and I save and exit. Now, once I have saved and exit, in this lesson landing page, you'll be able to look at the anchor location. So this is where our office is located in Singapore, in a Paya Lebar Mall, and learners will be able to identify the anchor image so they know when they are going to start the experience, they need to move to the right anchor point. So use specific anchor, yes. So go to the anchor point, and once I have reached the anchor point, I'll be able to look at the knowledge portals once again. All right, so that's how the EON Spatial IQ works on mobile application. And of course, this is only available on a mobile app. As I mentioned earlier on, you need LiDAR sensor in order to allow the application to work in augmented reality. Now, apart from all that, all right, we also support in VR headsets. Our platform extends support to various type of VR headsets like Quest 2, Quest 3, Pico 4, Pico 4, and even for mixed reality experience, you can even use Microsoft HoloLens. And through AI chat and avatar integrations, users can engage in immersive experiences with AI assistants. This adds an extra layer of interaction, enabling users to learn and perform in fully immersive environments. So here we have a video preview on how you can access how an experience would look like in head-mounted displays, and all these videos can be found on our YouTube channel. So with that, thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive into our product today, product demos today. And our team is always dedicated to providing cutting-edge solutions to enhance learning and performance. And if you have any questions or you need any other information, feel free to reach out to us and our team, and we look forward to helping you achieve all your training goals. So once again, thank you so much, and I wish you a pleasant day ahead.